Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage. I have done a couple of little jobs on the sedan this morning. I put the exhausts on and I put some water in the radiator. Coolant actually, antifreeze coolant mix. I also, before I put the water in, before I put all the water in, I took that bolt out and put some sealant on it and put it back in, because when I was reviewing the video footage I noticed that I hadn't put sealant on that bolt. So we're sitting now with water in. It's got oil in it. I need to connect the battery, and then when I connect the battery I think I'm ready to attempt a start. I'll bring it back when I'm ready to start it up. This is the 286 cubic inch Flatty with the 3 3/8 bore. Okay, right, keep your fingers crossed then, back in a bit. Let's see if it'll go then. Okay. Okay, the battery needs a bit of help, so I'll put it on charge for a bit and I'll give it another go in 10 minutes or so. Or maybe put another battery on, I'm not sure. Well, I've put the battery in out the truck, so hopefully it'll start now. Well, don't know. Okay, I've got a bad oil leak. I need to see where that's coming from. That's the problem, because I was having to keep the revs up. I couldn't look to see what was going on. It looks to be coming from here. Maybe, because that looks wet, doesn't it? The old filter had like a rubber seal there, and this is like a cardboard seal, so I think what I'll do, I might try and fit the rubber seal instead. I'll try loosening that and see if I can take the lid off. I'm hoping this won't all spurt out when I undo the lid. I just turned the screw up on the idle, so it should do a fast idle now. Let's see what happens now if I start it up. Give it a bit more on the idle. Okay, there's a backfire, so I'm going to check the plug leads. Yeah, okay. I've got these two swapped over. Number 3 and number 4. I'll double check that. This is the one coming from the other side. That's that one there. That's that one there. Yeah, that's on number 3 now. Okay, and number 4 there. Okay, so I found a cross plug wire. Bad homework on my behalf. Yeah, that's number 4. Okay. Righto. That's a bit annoying actually, especially as I've got a bit of previous in that area. Okay, right, let's give it another go. I don't know why it should suddenly stop wanting to go. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, it started and it sounds good when it runs. It's a bit poppy bangy, isn't it? I'll double check the plug leads again. I'll take the distributor out and have a look at it. I've fitted the distributor off the truck because I ran the truck only a couple of nights ago and it ran okay. So, and I've just put some oil in because, you know, it's filled that up, and I checked it on the stick and it was a bit low. I made this funnel when I was an apprentice. I've just kind of sorted it just found it recently and started using it because it's a handy size for that. Soldering. Got my name on it somewhere. Sounds a bit more like it. Fast idle. Get the oil splashing about inside. That looks like it's okay. The bang that you heard was the hood side closing on the other side. Wow, it runs. Right, I don't mind admitting I was a bit nervous then. Wow, it runs. Okay, I'm not going to run it too long. Turn it off. Okay. Righto. Well, there you go then. There you are. That's my first start. Wasn't without problems, was it? A dodgy battery, a dodgy distributor, and a dodgy seal on the oil filter. But that seems okay now. So I think I might try and take it for a run around the block. I'll bring you back when we're ready to go for a little run. successful first drive. I got a few things I'm not happy about, some odd noises. I want to check the timing. The timing might be over advanced because it's got, you know, I machine that slot. If I'm a little bit out on that slot, you know, the timing could be out, couldn't it? Okay, it's charging, it's got fuel, it's got oil pressure, and it's not overheating. So I'm going to call that a good first road trip. Well, there we are, I made it round the block without breaking down. So that's good. I think the timing might need adjusting. The carbs haven't been run for a long time. They probably need, you know, like the accelerator pumps and things need moistening up. I'll turn the engine off. Well, there we are. First run, first drive, big inch Flatty. I'd like to say I'm very pleased with it. I'm not very pleased with it. I'm kind of pleased with it. It runs, it drives, but there's a horrible rattle when I accelerate, so I'm thinking it must be ignition. So I need to back the timing off quite a bit, I think. But it does run and it does drive, so that's good, isn't it? Without it running and driving, you can't tell anything that might need doing. It's faltering and petering out when I come to a stop, and the brakes don't feel very good. I need to look to see if there's something up with the brake linkage. Okay, right, well that's been the culmination of quite a long period of work, that has. I think it's been worth it though. I'm always nervous, you know, when you have to put a lot of money into an engine. I think I'm happy with my old plodders that you know, if something goes wrong with them, it's not a massive investment. Anyway, this motor runs. I can do a recheck of the torque. I did actually torque the heads. I retorqued the heads before I started it up, and they all moved a bit. Well, yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay. Quite a nice warm day today, but it's not running hot. It runs nice just driving gently, but if you try and give it some stick, you get this horrible rattle. You've probably heard it on the video. Okay, I'll douse that lot there with brake cleaner, and hopefully it'll wash off that oil. Yeah, that looks okay now, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's leaking any more than it was. Yeah, that... Oh. Okay. Oh, schoolboy error. Do you remember I said that my brakes weren't very good? I had to press them hard. Look, can you see? Look on the oil pipe. See, the oil pipe is bent down. The oil pipe was in the way of the brake line. So that's a fundamental error, isn't it? Yeah, of course I can see it now. I didn't even think about it. Because the first time I put the brakes on, they didn't come on very well. Then I pressed it harder, and then the brakes worked. But what I did, look, I've bent all the oil pipe. Well, that's annoying. Okay. So that will need a rework then. Hey, you know, you don't know, do you, till you try things? That was a bit of an omission, that was. Okay. Because the thing is, you see, this engine came out of Old Rusty, and Old Rusty is right-hand drive, so the brake pedal wouldn't have been there. And that's where I've bent it, and that's where I've been rubbing on it there. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. First road test accomplished. Work to be done. Check the timing. Repair that pipe. Blew me neck. Good job the pipe didn't fracture. Okay, righto. That's good for now then. I will bring you back when there's more to show. Failing that, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye. Hello. This is the pipe that I had a problem with, and this is how I've reworked it. I've took it off and turned it upside down, took a coil out of it. This is the part that was previously fitted down there, so I cut the damaged end off, re-flared it, and I put it on there coming down, just curving away to clear this area here. A couple of turns matching that, which is a couple of turns, and then I've come down and up and then in a very tight radius there. I put a bend there just so it's got a little bit more flex there, so there is some flex in this pipe, it's not solid. So I hope that that is enough to clear. So what I'll do, I'll set the camera up and I'll stroke the pedal down, and what you should see is that it clears at that point there. I can see actually down the side of the brake pedal, and I can see that it clears, but that just shows it in the, it just shows, isn't it, that there's like an envelope that, you know, things have to, the space that they need to take up, like the pedals swinging. So there we are, hopefully that's a successful fix. That was just a real schoolboy error on my part when I fitted that. I might adjust the timing back a bit. Yeah, I think I'll retard the timing a little bit. If that distributor is going that way, I need to move the points plate that way, don't I, to retard it, because I was getting like a rattling when I was trying to accelerate. Let's hope it's something as simple as that, because don't forget, I machined that cam, I machined that slot in the cam, and I don't know how accurate the reference point that I was referencing again was machined in the cam. It was machined wrong, so it might be that the slot in the cam is very slightly out, and so I've got to make an adjustment. That's where you adjust the timing down there. You slacken that screw and then move the whole thing up to retard it. Yeah, it would appear that would appear to be slightly advanced, I think. Always make sure that your screwdriver has plenty of paint remnants on it from when you've used it for stirring paint. That actually wasn't very tight. Okay, right. This is what's good about open wheel cars. I'm just going to get that screwdriver in that slot like that from down here, down low, and just give it a little tap. That's just slightly retarded from head, you know, sort of straight up. So I want to be able to give it a run without it rattling. Time for a test run. great. I turned it off because the idle's really fast now, which means that you know, the friction is coming down in the engine, isn't it? Okay, what are my instant takeaways from this? What am I taking away from this? Let's have a look. There appears to be some water down there, so that needs investigating. You know, very often not surprising with a fresh fill. Here's another instant takeaway. These are great. These hood props built in there. Yeah, that water actually could just be coming out of there, couldn't it? I think it might be just what's coming out of there. Then it goes down there. But I will check the hoses and things. Everything's looking okay. It runs really well. Runs strong. It sometimes falters out when I'm coming to a halt, so I might need to check the float level. But it does run really strong. It charges well as well, and that it appears to have lost that rattling that I had before. It drives very well, drives very strong. Just looking for any little problems. Oh, this wire's not actually really attached. I think I've wrapped it around the existing wire. The brakes are good now that I've modified that pipe. I've got rid of the foul condition there. It was making the brakes feel a bit funny because I was pressing against that pipe, so that's good. My little MGB seat that I've fitted feels okay, feels good actually. Basically, you don't tend to notice it. So, in other words, there's nothing wrong with it because it feels okay. It doesn't shout at you, oh, I'm too soft, too low. It's possibly a tiny bit low, but it's okay. It's okay. So that is the sort of, not the final chapter, but that's kind of a closing point for this motor install. It's in and it runs well. When I've put a few more miles on it, I'll allow it to just run at a low idle, and I'll set the timing more exactly with a timing mark. You can see the timing mark well at the moment. It's just got the sun on it down there. You can see it down there, look. You can see it down there. So I need to sort the distributor out because that's the distributor off the truck. Other than that, no, it's all pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, very pleased, very pleased. Always a bit nervous, isn't it, running a new motor? But you know, as of I speak today, that's pretty good actually. Yeah, pretty good. Might be a bit windy for the camera. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm very pleased with it. A little bit of tinkering, and I'll get the other seat in and it'll be ready for Pendine. I'm not going to worry about the glass or the roof. Just treat it like as if it's an open car. Righto. Thanks very much for joining me in the garage. Thanks very much for following along on the build of this engine. It's been quite a fun project, quite extensive actually, quite a lot of work over the last couple of months, but thanks very much for following. Cheers then, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.